Fiora.
Ah, the breeze feels so good.
Yeah. I'd forgotten what it feels like. I never thought it could be so quiet here.
You're spending too much time with Ryan. You're getting used to all the noise he makes.
Yeah, maybe.
It's so peaceful. You know, Shulk, I hope every day can be like this, always.
Hey. Have you been to see Dunban?
Yeah.
I just can't do it. You got more guts than me.
Not at all. It was him that consoled me.
Oh. I guess that's the type of guy he is.
Yeah. Even without the Monado, he's the strongest person I know.
Shulk, how are you holding up?
I'm fine, but... you...
I will shed no tears.
Huh?
A year ago, I felt the same sense of deep loss that I do now.
The Battle of Sword Valley.
After that battle, many of my friends did not make it home. While I was being brought here on that stretcher, they were all I thought about. But I decided I would not cry. Everyone who died in that war had something they wanted to protect. Family, friends, loved ones, their home. So they fought to protect them. And we won. No matter how painful, no matter how hard, it's nothing to be sad about. I decided that there and then.
Dunban.
Shulk, Fiora would tell you the same thing. She wanted to protect us. Or rather, she wanted to protect you. And you're alive now, so I will not cry.
Okay.
Remember the gift of life that Fiora gave you, and treasure it.
I can't say that I understand, but I hope to, someday.
That is all I ask. Believe me, I'm always just trying to understand.
Treasure the gift of life that Fiora gave you. He's one of a kind, that Dunban.
I've made a decision.
Huh?
My purpose in life. I will pursue that faced Mechon.
Shulk.
They attacked our colony. Killed Fiora. I will find that Mechon. Find it and destroy it. Destroy them all. What are you laughing at?
Sorry. It's just a bit weird. I never thought you'd be the one to say it.
So you agree?
Course, man. I'm just surprised you came out with it first.
You thought I'd try and talk you out of it? That's not what Fiora would want. That sound right?
Yeah. Something like that. I thought you'd give me a hard time.
In my head, there are two versions of me. One of them is saying that. It's telling me, listen to what Dunban said.
What about the other one?
It keeps shouting, make them pay. Destroy every single one of them, and it won't stop getting louder.
That doesn't sound like you. Sure it ain't my voice in there.
Might be. It's a bit of a loudmouth.
There you go, then. So, when are we heading off?
Right now.
Perfect. Right then.
Yeah.
Look after yourselves, boys. As soon as this heals, I'll be right behind you. And then we will seize our destiny. Together. No! Huh? Oh.
It's all very well going after that metal-faced Mechon, but shouldn't we have some kind of plan?
How about checking out Colony 6?
Colony 6, the only other Homs colony left.
Colony 6 is on the way to Sword Valley, where there's supposed to be a Mechon base. If that's where they came from, maybe the people in Colony 6 saw something.
Good point. They might even know something about that metal-faced Mechon. So, we go past the Magmel ruins and up through Tefra Cave. Then we should arrive at the Bionist Knee.
Yeah, and if we can get to the knee, it ain't far to Colony 6, right?
Sounds like a plan. Let's head to Colony 6.
Quick travel time. When I first played through the game, it actually took me about 10-15 hours to work out the quick travel. I felt pretty stupid, because basically when you go into the menu, you have the option of looking at the maps on using the icon on the furthest to the left, but I only thought that you could quick travel to locations within the area you were at, so I kept quick travelling to the ends of each area and running across them that way to get from place to place. But what you can actually do is when you have more than one area to access, you just pick it from a list and then pick whatever landmark you want to visit there. I could have saved myself a lot of faffing about later in the game. So this guy is just standing where we saw the flashing red beacon before. He's just got a couple of quests we can grab in a row. I find the comments between Ryan and Shulk a bit peculiar in this one. I feel a bit may have been lost in translation because it's a bit awkward. do like the continuity though. The Defence Force soldiers now checking out all the stuff that turned on when the Mechon arrived are actually standing at all the things that were, you know, getting out and about. So he's at the flashing thing, there's guys checking out where the Mechon appeared before at the ether cylinders. Just that kind of thing. Instead of getting Ryan to get you some silk, maybe you should stop having babies.
This door, it was closed when we came past before. But it's open now.
Maybe it was programmed to open up in case of Mechon emergency. The way to the Bionis knee is just ahead. You ready?
Yeah, let's go.
That I can recall in this game, there is pretty much no backtracking. Even though we've now been sent back to Terra Cave to run through, whole new areas opened up. You only briefly ever have to cross somewhere you've been previously to get to new sections to progress, and... Dog? Stop trying to get into my LP, dog. Be quiet. She wants to be internet famous like Mishka. I've forgotten what I was saying now. I will talk about quests. So it's always worth picking up all the quests you see. There's no limit to the amount of active quests that you can carry, and because they can auto-complete, you can often find yourself running around with a bunch of quests you picked up 5 or 6 hours ago. Don't you dare lick my microphone. And you'll kill something just to get through a new area, and you'll find a bunch of quests auto-complete. You'll get a nice bundle of XP and a few random gems or pieces of equipment. It's one of the main ways they got rid of grinding in the game, is when you start each new area, there's a whole bundle of quests you can collect. And they basically link in with what you'd be doing anyway, so the enemies you'll have to fight to get through, it basically just lumps on an extra little bit of XP for each one that you kill once you've cleared your quests. My favourite thing is the fact that the game avoids the trick most MMOs and that type of game do, is where what you need to collect or kill only spawns once you've collected your quest. In this game, this doesn't happen. You can walk up and get a bunch of quests and you're already holding all of the stuff that you need, so they all complete straight away. You don't have to get the quests and then run back to an old area and then do loads of that and then come back. I did promise a little Nopon in town that I would go and kill a unique monster for it, so I'm just going to give that a quick attempt. Wall Slide Gwynry. I'm playing with Ryan at the moment. If you hadn't noticed, his arts bar is completely full and looks a lot more colourful and varied than Shulk's. Ryan is designed for tanking as opposed to damaging like Shulk. So he's the person in the group that's designed to get all the aggros for everything you're fighting, take all the blows, just keep the attention of the monster really and keep him off the more squishy people in the party. If you look, you can see he has just under twice as much health as Shulk, and generally has a lot higher defense values, normal defense and magic defense. Rein has abilities that means that every time he hits, he does extra aggro compared to other people, and it basically means that, whereas I said before, monsters generally pay more attention to whoever's doing the most damage because damage is proportional to aggro. Rein can actually develop more aggro on whatever you're fighting than the people who are hitting a lot harder than him. His talent art is called Mad Beat and increases all of the aggro his attacks generate for a short period of time. The red art with the 3 points on is his War Swing, which is his favourite ability of mine at the moment because it swings round and hits anything in the vicinity 3 times each. From what I've seen, there's no limit to how many things he can hit as long as they're in range, and for each hit that connects, it fills up his talent gauge by 10%. So if you've got at least 3 things around you, you pretty much fill it up just using War Swing. It's a really good combo to make sure you never lose any aggro. You smack everything at once and then you use your talent gauge to do extra aggro and annoy everything. Unfortunately, my encounter with the unique monster has not gone well. Even though it's a couple of levels less than me, it's still designed to be taken on by 3 people, so I'm still somewhat lacking. I'll come back later. I'll come back.
An ether lamp.
Don't traders use these things as guideposts?
Yeah. We can follow them to the Bionis knee.
Okay. But if armed traders need guideposts, it must be pretty dangerous in here. Let's keep our wits about us.
Definitely.
We do have limited healing at the moment. Rein never actually gets any abilities to heal himself or others, and Shulk only has 1 small heal on a cooldown. But what Rein does have, to be used after you have generated lots of aggro, is his blue art is called Guard Shift, and it basically gives him 100% block rate against physical attacks, but it means that he can't move or auto attack. He can kind of like shuffle his feet a tiny bit, but that's it. And so he stops taking any physical damage. It sounds pretty simple. You get lots of aggro, then you let things hit him and you stop him getting hurt. But whilst he's not hitting things, he's not generating any aggro himself. So you have to balance out how long he has that up for with what other people are doing. He had a couple of green skills as well. Green ones just do damage and then inflict topple. If what you're hitting also has break on it already, like the wild down skill that we were trying to time for before is his green skill. He also had a couple of skills that had yellow icons, but I'm going to go over those later when we run around with Rein a bit more, because they do something a bit different. They're not as straightforward as the damaging skills or the aggro skills.
What the?
Look at the emblem. They're traders from Colony 6. No wonder it's been so long since the last delivery.
Rein, their injuries.
They weren't made by no Mechon. It was probably the monsters that live here. Man, that's grim. I don't want to go like this. Not even killed by Mechon, just some monsters in a cave.
They probably had families. Children.
Maybe. It wouldn't surprise me. But why'd you say that?
Oh, no reason. Rein, shouldn't we return them to the Bionis?
Huh? Oh, right. What's born from the Bionis is returned to the Bionis. That's the way of the Homs. That was way harder than I thought it'd be. I'm just about ready to collapse.
Let's take a rest. If the monsters in here killed all these traders, we need to be at our best. I'm wide awake, so I'll take first watch.
Thanks, man. The nap will do me good. Shulk, my turn.
Awake already?
Didn't sleep a wink. Oh, I still feel like I just did one of Vanguard's drills. Hey, why do you think the Mekon attacked? Are we just food to them? Or what? Did we do something wrong? Sort of reminds me of the battle between the Bionis and the Mekonis. I wonder if it's anything to do with that.
Well, it's hard to believe that living things are just a source of energy for machines. There has to be another reason.
Mekon killed Fiora.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll never forgive them. I don't care what their reason is.
When it happened, the Monado showed me that Fiora was in danger, but I couldn't save her.
It's not your fault. Just because the Monado showed you some future, that don't mean you could do anything about it. You did great. You fought them off. I couldn't have done that. You know, I've been thinking about it. Why you can use the Monado, I mean. Dixon told me. You're a survivor from the Monado expedition team that went out 14 years ago. There was a blizzard or something, and your mum and dad died. And then Dixon found you and brought you back.
That sounds right. I was pretty young, so I don't really remember anything.
Is that why you do it? Why you're always helping Dixon with his research and trying to figure out the Monado?
Maybe. Part of me does see it as something to remind me of my mum and dad. But mainly, if it really is the sword that the Bionis used to kill the Mekonis, like in the legend, I want to work out its secret. That's the real reason.
I've got it. You were chosen by the Monado.
What? Chosen?
Don't you see? Not even Dunban can handle it. It ain't chance that you can and he can't. I'll take the next watch. You get some rest.
Okay, I'll try. Night, Ryan.
Do you wish to change it?
Huh?
The future. It is every man's desire to change the future. Is that not so? Even if everything has been predestined, will you not oppose it? The Monado is now in your hands. The Monado will grow with you. If you can find the true Monado, the future is yours.
The true Monado.
Shulk! Shulk!
Ryan!
Shulk! Shulk! Ryan! What are you playing at? Give us a hand!